a special ASL challenge for you.
LuLu.
You read one full page of a Harry Potter book.
Neville, my dear old friend.
I'll give you 50 points.
Hello. Ooh. Today I'll be reading a book. Okay, so like today I'll be reading a book for the first time in a long ass time, but not just any book. This book, Harry Potter and the Philosopher. I mean, I guess here's Sorcerer Stone. So yeah, I'm gonna just try to tackle this the best I can. It'll probably take a couple days. This feels so weird. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should be reading this little side things first. You know, this is an invisible life with the Dursleys, his horrible aunt and uncle, and their abominable son, Dudley. Dudley Dursley, Duck the Duck, and Diagon Alley. Dudley Dursley Duck. That makes no sense. I am about to read my first Harry Potter line ever. Are you ready for this? Chapter 1, The Boy Who Lived. Mr.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The first words ever in a Harry Potter book were Mr. and Mrs. Dursley. Main character energy for show, unlike the movies. The last people you'd expect to be involved in any Stranger Mystery. Bro, I'm already messing up my reading. I read it as any, so I was like, in any Stranger Mysterious. That don't make no sense. But then it turns out it said anything, so I guess that's what I get for not reading in like 20 years, 40, maybe even 50, who knows. He was a big, beefy man. Sounds about right. Mrs. Dudley was a thin blonde and had nearly twice the usual amount of Mrs. Dursley Mrs. Dursley is me. Way too much neck. Sister and her good for nothing husband were as Dursley-ish. Dursley. I can't seem to say Dursley. Before I keep going, I need to imprint in my head that it's Dursley. Oh my god, that took a second. Say Dursley with me real quick, like 3 times. Cause I'm a dumbass. Dursley. Bro, imagine this whole time I'm just saying it completely wrong and the Dursleys knew that the Potters had a small son too, but they had never ever seen him. Wow, so this is way back before the Voldemort attack happened. This is wild. I already see what people were saying when they meant there's so much more. Right next to the baker's place, a group of people in cloaks. The Potters? That's right. Their son, Harry, Mr. Dursley, stopped dead. Uh-oh. He was sure there were lots of people called Potters who had a son called Harry. He wasn't even sure his nephew was called Harry. You never know, it might have been Harvey or Harold. Yeah, I'm gonna start calling him like Harvey. Hey, you ever read that book, Harvey Potter? And it's gonna be like one of those wink moments to see like if you know your law. Soon thereafter, Mr. Dursley bumped into someone. Sorry, he grunted as the tiny old man stumbled and almost fell. Rejoice, for you know who has gone at last. Even muggles like yourself should be celebrating. The old man hugged Mr. Dursley a big old hug around the middle. Low-key assuming it's Flitwick. Then again, like it did say old man, and I don't really know if I would describe Flitwick. I came across something crazy to me. I swear to God, I did not remember this. He could be the old man they're talking about. I mean, he looks like at some point in time he gotta like reverse aging potions. Is that Flitwick? I don't know. Maybe. Also, I find it so cool that we're already seeing magic folk operate in the real world. Honestly, something I was really itching to see more of in the movies. 8 pages in before I read the first scene of the movie. What? This is crazy. Dumbledore, you can't. I've been watching them all day. You can find 2 people who are less like us. It's the best place for him, said Dumbledore firmly. I've written them a letter. A letter? You'll be famous. A legend. I wouldn't be surprised if today is known as Harry Potter Day in the future. There will be books written about Harry. Every child in the world will know his name. I remember this part specifically in the movie giving me all the tingles in the world, and in this book, same thing. Seeming like another ordinary morning, Mrs. Dursley went to go open the door to put out some of them milk bottles. She saw a tiny little hand with a tiny little envelope on it, and the scream that followed just completely woke up baby Harry. Shame on you, Mrs. Dursley. Let the boy sleep. Just defeated an evil Dark Lord. People meeting in secret all over the country were holding up their glasses to Harry Potter, the boy who lived. Bam! Tingles. Harry often said that Dudley looked like a pig in a wig. Good one, bro. Dudley, meanwhile, was counting his presents. His face fell. Oh God, severe PTSD. Oh God.
36, but last year I had 37!
One time, Petunia, tired of Harry coming back from the barber's looking as though he hadn't been at all, took scissors and cut his hair so short he was almost bald. Whoa, Aunt Petunia, what did you do?
I'll be crying if I look like that too, bro. That's fucked up what they be doing to y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. Your shit be fire probably if they ain't cut your shit. Fuck it though, bro. It's your life.
Dudley, my guy, stop whining that you lost your second bedroom. You do not need 2 bedrooms. Hey, actually, do you know if Dudley's gang here is the same gang we see later in the Order of the Phoenix movie? So I remember being super weirded out by the fact that Vernon took the whole family to some weird cave place. Well, my guy takes it up 10 notches in the book. It's seriously out of hand. It's ridiculous, Vernon. You're starving your own kid? What? My mom and dad weren't famous, were they? You don't know? Hagrid ran his fingers through his hair. Harry, you're a wizard. There was a silence in the hub. Yes, sir, Harold, you're a wizard. Harry woke up early next morning. Although he couldn't tell it was daylight, he kept his eyes shut tight. Suddenly, a loud tapping noise, and there's Aunt Petunia knocking on the door. Harry thought, but he still didn't open his eyes. It had been such a good dream. Tap, tap, tap. Harry mumbled, I'm getting up. Hagrid's heavy coat fell off him. The hut full of sunlight, the storm was over. Harry scrambled to his feet, so happy he thought as though a large balloon swelled up inside him. Bro has literally been so down bad all his life that he was second guessing whether one of the few good things that's actually happened to him was actually true. Oh, what a cool little list. Wait a second. What is that? What is that? Fantastic Beast and Where to Find Him by Newt Scamander. I haven't watched that yet, but I know what it is. In the back of the shop, a boy with a pale, pointed face was is that what I think it is? Harry told the boy his parents were dead, but they were arcane, weren't they? Oh, Draco, already on his evil agenda, pushing BS. Calm down, man. It's only page 78. Hold up. Harry is on some demon timing right now. Harry out here trying to get some books, and Hagrid almost had to drag Harry away from curses and counter curses to bewitch your friends and befoodle your enemies.
2 hours later.
Hair loss, jelly legs, tongue tying, and much, much more by Professor Vindictus Viridian. That sounds like an evil ass name. Harry then proceeds to say, I was trying to find out how to curse Dudley. Harry, who knew you were such a savage here? So now I'm in the part where the Weasley twins find out Harry is Harry Potter. Hey mom, guess who we just met on the train? Harry freaking Potter. And then immediately Ginny wants to go see him. It is really cool to see the immediate fascination by Ginny, because I've seen comments that say book Ginny and movie Ginny are like super different, and it's really just made it an anticipating point for me to see how Ginny acts, how she behaves, and how her and Harry's dynamic is different. Harry and Ron are on the train together. Harry unwrapping his chocolate frog with the card inside. Considered by many the greatest wizard of modern times, Dumbledore is particularly famous for his defeat of the Dark Wizard Grindelwald in 1945. I wonder if in this universe Grindelwald had something to do with World War II. And also about these flavor beans that they be getting. Was the concept of that in general a thing before Harry Potter, or did Harry Potter kind of invent that? I remember eating something like that in middle school. Disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Oh, that boy Neville back, but he got a girl with him this time. She's already wearing her Hogwarts robes. Lots of bushy brown hair and rather large front teeth. Okay, I mean, that description is a little different, I guess. Hold on. The Sorting Hat got a song? Boy, and it's lame as hell too. What is this? Oh, you may not think I'm pretty, but don't judge on what you see. Goofy ass. When I call your name, you will put on a hat. About Hannah. Hufflepuff, shouted the hat. Bones. Susan. Hufflepuff again? You know, I wonder what Sorting Hat would put me as. Realistically, maybe Slytherin? I don't really know. I mean, then again, aren't Slytherin supposed to be like super ambitious or something? I feel like every Hufflepuff, they're like the lovable ones. Or Ravenclaw, they seem pretty smart. Gryffindor, kinda, you know, brave. Honestly, I probably don't belong in any of those. I ain't gonna lie. Finnegan, Seamus, Gryffindor. Dude, I love how through this whole sorting hat thing, we're getting Harry's thoughts as everyone's getting sorted. Talking about how he's worried that he won't get chosen at all. Hogwarts, Hogwarts, Huggy Wuggy Hogwarts, teach us something, please. Whether we be old and bald, or young with scabby knees, our heads could do with filling with some interesting stuff. For now they're bad and full of it. They're flies and bits of fluff. So teach us things worth knowing. Bring back what we forgot. Just do your best. We'll do the rest. And learn until our brains are right. Yes, sir. That's the only thing that's playing in the car on road trips for the rest of my life. Huggy, huggy, Hogwarts. It's funny because everyone can pick like their own tempos and styles and stuff. The Weasleys are doing like a very slow funeral march, and everyone else is already done, and they're still singing. All this while Dumbledore's conducting. Like, Dumbledore, what are you conducting for? Everyone is going at their own pace, my guy. Your job is meaningless right now. Dumbledore conducted the last few lines with his wand. Ah, music, he said, wiping his eyes. Magic beyond all we do here. That is one of the purest, best lines Dumbledore ever said. So, 7 chapters into the book. It's really cool how oftentimes Harry will experience something new at Hogwarts and he'll relate it back to something that he's experienced before with the Dursleys, since that's the only life he's ever known. Kind of shows that, you know, he is an 11-year-old boy who grew up in a family that doesn't really love him or treat him like a human. There must be trauma there, and it feels a lot more evident here than I feel like it did in the movie. There is so much food at Hogwarts. How do all the students not become like 800 pounds with all the unlimited food at their disposal? We talking like roast beef, roast chicken, pork chops, lamb chops, sausages, pudding, peas, carrots, gravy, lambs, yams, eggs, snakes, potatoes, tomatoes, everything ever. We eating all of that, buddy, except for them damn peppermint humbugs. All my homies hate peppermint humbugs. Harry had never believed he would meet a boy he hated more than Dudley, but that was before he met Draco Malfoy. Oh my god, Harry. Hate is a strong word. I mean, yeah, Draco is definitely an ass so far, but damn, my guy, you just met him. Like, you never know, he might just have a rough exterior. Get to know him a little more.
Look at both.
Hey yo, this Peeves character?
Yo, who the fuck is
Hogwarts so far feels like such a maze. Obviously all them stairs and halls moving in different directions, but that change, depending on the day, they might leave you in different places. Consequences for being late to class, and these are first years? Why are they so unfair when these halls and staircases are so damn confusing? They set them up for failure. Hey, stick out your right hand and say up. Neville. Whoosh. Started levitating about 12 feet to be exact, 20 feet actually. Slip sideways off the broom and bam! Neville lay face down on the grass in a heap. Oh dear lord. Broken wrist. Damn, that's rough. Just like my mom right now. Literally just the other day. This was definitely a lot more uneventful than the movie version. The movie version had me thinking Neville was finna die. No crab and go up here to save your neck, Malfoy, Harry called. The same thought seemed to have struck Malfoy. Catch it if you can, then he shouted, and he threw the glass ball high into the air and it streaked back down towards the ground. Bro ended up catching it. Safe to say, personally, the movie did it a lot better for me. Wait, got him, Leviosa. Hold up, the tingles have returned. Hermione hit the lie of all lies after she got saved by Harry and Ron. Pick snout, they said, and entered. The common room was packed and noisy. Everyone was eating. Hermione, however, stood alone by the door waiting for them. There was a very embarrassed pause, and none of them looking at each other. They all said thanks and hurried off to get some plates. From that moment on, Hermione Granger became their friend. There are some things you can't share without ending up liking each other, and knocking out a 12-foot mountain troll, Yeah, that'll do it. This is my favorite chapter so far, Halloween. And it's so wild because this whole time, Ron, Harry, and basically everyone in Hogwarts has been putting Hermione through it. I mean, she really is like a know-it-all and oh, I know everything and we need to follow the rules and but like still, she ain't deserve that, not at all. Finally, they are actually friends. Chapter 12, The Mirror of Erise. Is that how they pronounced it? Christmas was coming. One more morning in mid-December, Hogwarts woke to find itself covered in several feet of snow. The Weasley twins out here. They bewitched several snowballs so that they followed Quirrell around, bouncing off the back of his turban. Damn, Fred and George was out here sending hits out on Voldemort's head. Holy moly. This man Snape will not stop taking points away from Gryffindor. I swear to God, at every other chapter, 5, 10, 20, 100 points taken away from Gryffindor. Oh my God, Uncle Vernon and Aunt Petunia actually sent Harry a present. Oh, which is a 50 pence, whatever that is. Well, I mean, I'm just surprised Harry got a gift from the Dursleys. Ooh, Molly made Harry a sweater just like the Weasleys. That's so dope. It shows me my family, Dumbledore's like, and it shows Ron his Quidditch glory. Kinda crazy that if Ron had what Harry has and Harry had what Ron has, they would both have fulfilled their deepest desires. Then Dumbledore gotta go say that he sees a pair of socks.
Dumbledore's got style.
And just like that, chapter 12 is over. Once again, another brilliant chapter. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite chapter from this book is. Hey man, Neville and Ron goated for standing up for themselves in the Hufflepuff Quidditch match against Malfoy. Dude was being foul. Neville hit him with the "I'm worth 12 of you, Malfoy." And Ron was kind of kicking his ass right afterwards too. This little Norbert quest spans over 2 whole chapters kind of. Little baby Norbert sneezed. He reached out a hand, stroked the dragon's head, it snapped his fingers showing pointy fangs. Let him look, he knows his mommy. Out here hitting up Charlie and shit all the way in Romania. There's this whole plan, go to the top of that tall ass tower and invisibility cloak and nightfall midnight. The gang is gonna come scoop him up like it's FedEx or something. Professor McGonagall had Malfoy by the ear. Detention, she shouted, and 20 points from Slytherin. Let's go, McGonagall. Get his ass. You don't understand, Professor. Harry Potter's coming. He's got a dragon. Don't get caught right now. H&H, you stay hidden. Oh my God, they didn't pick up the invisibility cloak. McGonagall's got Neville. McGonagall's got Neville. And he was about to spill the beans. No, McGonagall's talking about she got a good idea of what's been going on. She said, it doesn't take a genius to figure it out. You fed Draco Malfoy some cock and bull story. I suppose you think it's funny that Longbottom here heard the story and believed it too. Harry caught Neville's eye and Neville believed it. Neville was looking stunned, hurt, shattered. Oh no, poor Neville. After Harry and Ron are getting choked out by that plant thingy, Harry's telling Hermione right to light a fire. Hermione's like, yes, of course, but there's no wood, Hermione cried. And Ron hit her with the, have you gone mad? Are you a witch or not? Ron was low-key the MVP of that moment here. So it's seeming like the traps are a little less frightening this time around. The White Queen turned her face blank towards him. Yes, said Ron softly. It's the only way. Ready, Ron called, his face pale but determined. The White Queen pounced. She struck Ron hard across the head. Ron actually got like smacked and not just fell from a horse. That's wild. No, Ron really gotten his ass like knocked the fuck out. There's this little roll of paper lying next to the bottles. It says, one amongst the 7 will let you move ahead, another will transport the drinker back instead. 3 of us are killers waiting hidden in line. You know, before I keep reading on more, I think I'm gonna try to figure this out by myself. Yeah, I'm a dumbass. Hey though, apparently Hermione is immediately got it. Okay, the smallest bottle will get Harry to the stone. Now it's time to say goodbye. They gotta split because only Harry can get there. What if you know who's with him? Hermione's lip trembled. She suddenly dashed at Harry and threw her arms around him. "Harry, you're a great wizard, you know." Not as good as you," said Harry, very embarrassed as she let go of him. "Me," said Hermione. "Books and cleverness, there are more important things." Love it. One of my favorite scenes in the movie, one of my favorite parts of the book here too. Chapter 17. The little graphic has Quirrell smelling musty. The oniony smell. Oh no, I can smell it from right. Oh dear. Time for some peak Dumbledore. "What happened down in the dungeons between you and Professor Quirrell is a complete secret. So naturally, the whole school knows." "Ah, Buddy bought every flavor bean." He smiled and popped the golden brown bean into his mouth. Alas, earwax. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. Now Dumbledore giving Gryffindor all them points at the House Cup makes a lot more sense considering how many points Snape was taking off them all book long. Back to King's Cross, and Jenny's there, and she's still squealing about Harry Potter. "Look, Mom, I can see." They don't know we're not allowed to use magic at home. I'm going to have a lot of fun with Dudley this summer. ... As a bit of an overview, the best part of this book was easily Dean bringing out his soccer references during the Quidditch games. Bro was on his like, "Red card." Hey, on some real shit though, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone is badass. See you again soon, I hope.